big controversy erupts over Vedic maths being taught to SC/ST students in Karnataka. The State Education Minister hails it as a good step. Congress hurls saffronization barb at the BJP, saying that the BJP trying to saffronize the education system. Congress there saying that BJP opposes madrasa education but teaching Vedic maths. This is the Congress targeting the BJP now. In Karnataka, we see that there's extensive changes in the syllabus of students between class 1 to 10, especially class 5 to 10. There have been some changes in chapters, and Vedic math, we believe, is being taught to SC/ST students, which the Congress condemns, saying that this is an attempt to saffronize the education system in Karnataka. And we cut across to the Education Minister who spoke.
Vedic maths is also more traditional, more forward, more better, more scientific. Vedic has been very well accepted across the world. In whatever form you learn, it is maths only. See, ultimately, you need to learn maths. So that if it is through Vedic learning, specialized, more given priority, see, routine education happens. Traditional routine education, whatever needs to be provided by the system will be provided. Added to that, if Vedic maths has been taught to those children, it's good, no?
All right, let me quickly cut across to Sagai Raj joining us for more on that. I'm going to try and patch him, but for now we see the face-off over Vedic maths in Karnataka schools continues, as now the Congress accusing the BJP of trying to saffronize syllabus in Karnataka. School children are being asked to learn. Now, chapters have been included on several ideologies or ideological leaders of the RSS. One of the RSS leaders chapter has been added. Besides, Vedic maths is being introduced in the chapter. Now, the question the Congress is asking, why saffronize the education system? And we heard the BJP Ashwath Narayan, the minister in the BJP, who spoke saying Vedic math is nothing but mathematics. So there's no religion that should be attributed to Vedic math. But let me cut across to reactions on the same again.
It's a purely Sangh Parivar agenda to saffronize the education. They are using the SCST reserved fund to teach Vedic science or Vedic maths, whatever they call it, to the SCST students at one side, and they are telling madrasa students are not not being given modern education. So you are taking the SCST student backwards in the time. Why are you bringing this? Are they not capable of learning modern education, modern science and modern maths? So this is in a way to bring back the SCST students into the Varna system.
All right, that's Rizwan Arshad of the Congress in Karnataka saying this is an attempt to saffronize educational system. This face-off has been on for a while now. Karnataka state is an assembly-bound state. It is a state that's going to assembly elections in just about few months' time, about 8 months' time. Karnataka will vote. At a time like this, we are seeing several issues, polarizing issues that are coming to fore. At this point, Vedic maths being taught to students of SC/ST, children of SC/ST background is what now has become the new flashpoint between the Congress and the BJP. Congress asking why saffronize education system, while the State Education Minister has hailed this as a good step, saying that Vedic math is nothing less than math. It's the same as mathematics, it's just an Indian way of teaching mathematics. Congress hurls the saffronization job at the BJP. Sagai Raj joining us live for more on that. Sagai, give us a sense on what exactly is Vedic maths and why is it only taught to SC/ST, or is it a chapter included at a certain level? Which class students now will have to learn Vedic math? Give us clarity.
So students grade from 5th to 8th have to learn this particular Vedic math, and this is a proposal which was being made by RDPR department for SC/ST students, and they believe that this particular subject of Vedic math are going to help these backward class students in the days to come. Justifying this particular move, Ashwath Narayan, the higher education minister, went on to say that this particular Vedic math is going to help students because large number of students, even in higher education, education department are learning Sanskrit. So there is no offense that these students should not learn Vedic. Everybody should learn every single subject when it comes to these kind of learning in the schools. But Congress, Nabila, Rizwan has hit out at the government, stating that the Congress government in the state of Karnataka is alleging that there are older type, the traditional type of education system in madrasas. There is no modern education which is being taught in madrasas. But when it comes to their own children, they are going back to Vedic system. And this is a kind of appeasement, and this is a kind of Hindu and saffronization of textbook as well as education in this state of Karnataka.
All right, if you can give us some understanding on what is Vedic math all about and when was it introduced? Is it a recent introduction there, Sagai?
No, it is not yet introduced, Nabila. It has been a notification which has been released by the RDPR department, which is now under Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai. Earlier, it was with the case Ishwarappa, and we try to take details from the education department, and that's when they have told that it doesn't concern the education department. But this particular circular which has been released is from one of the local education official from one of the districts in Karnataka. So this has gone viral, and now the ruling party have defended this particular move.
All right, thank you very much, Sagai. But stay with us. I'm going to quickly cut across to Congress's Priyank Kharge, who spoke on the same. Listening.
You are going to confuse those children with two different methods for the same thing, number one. Number two, why is the government hell-bent on diverting the funds meant for development of SC and ST people? That also from the RDPR department, it's not from the education department. Is the infrastructure, school infrastructure excellent in the rural areas? Or the Anganwadi is excellent in rural areas? Use that. What was the business of RDPR, the Department of Rural Development, to teach Vedic maths? If you want to teach Vedic maths, if it's scientifically proven to be better, get it as your curriculum, get it as your syllabus.